people struggle with change. It's scary to know that something is over. And sometimes the fear of that change causes people to do things, sometimes violently, sometimes maliciously, but with the goal to keep things as they are, to suck you back in. And sometimes you yourself fear change, so you blame someone else for choosing to stay in a situation that is unhealthy. The number one cause of stress in life is relationships, not money. So when we talk about self-care, it is a huge part of self-care is healthy relationships. And as an adult, if you're not abducted, it's not the other person's fault that they are not living the right way. It's your fault for not ending the relationship, cutting off all ties, and moving forward. This is one of the hardest jobs you will have as an adult. If you neglect this job, even if you make good money, you will destroy your life. Because there's no way you have a good life with bad relationships. It's totally impossible. And so I want you to remember that on your journey in this world, however you're going to define it for your life, one of your biggest obstacles is having healthy relationships with your parents, your lovers, and your friends. And there will be times with your parents, your lovers, and friends that you may have to totally end the relationship, not blame, but put a boundary and move forward. And if you are unwilling to do that, you will repeat a cycle of dysfunction, and it will be no one else's fault but yourself. And your therapist can give you the tools, but you have to use them. I can give you a hammer, but you have to build your life. And so you can mind fuck life, excuse my language. You can think about a lot of different philosophies, but at the end of the day, how you get over someone is changing your number and not calling them ever again. And there are some actual relationships that you will have to apply that method. And if you are unwilling to apply that method, you will be a service dog, they will be a service dog, and I do not buy the fact that you are helping them. You are partaking in an unhealthy relationship. It takes two to tango, not one. K. Smith, thank you for your gracious super chat. $2. K. Smith says, when life gets hard, take power. Yeah, walk, not power naps. I totally agree. When in doubt, go for a walk. When in doubt, don't buy. That's a great philosophy. Thank you, K. Smith. Shout out to Tulsa. When you move locations and you start to end the relationship with a job you worked at, and people around you, even if you don't work with them, when they know you're going to leave an area, there's fear because their life is going to change because you are creating a ripple current effect. You know, it's like, why is it so hard to move? And it's so hard to move because you're scared. And then other people are scared because their life is indirectly going to change. And so if you are not really doing self-care, then there's no way you end up successfully moving or successfully going forward in your life. Moving is risky. Changing jobs is risky. Ending a relationship is damaging. But the most unhealthy thing to do is to never move, never change jobs, never end certain relationships. You have to do everything responsibly, everything within wisdom, but you cannot depend on someone else to tell you exactly how that looks. This is part of adulting. And if you begrudge adulting, you will be a child your entire life. And you will be caught in petty BS your entire life. Your best life requires ending certain relationships. Certain relationships with friends who still value going out, partying, and drinking over developing their career and seeking a level of spiritual and emotional well-being. Your best life will be ending maybe even certain church relationships where they value more religion than developing yourself spiritually and then going out in the world and living your best life. Your best life will require ending a relationship to a parent who maybe helped you establish a career, but in return, they wanted you to stay put and for you to be controllable. And so to be able to change this violently in the spirit, not in the physical flesh, it can cause people to physically get violent because the fear is so real that people resist change so much. They lash out. My man Adam, what's up, brother? Good evening, Sam. You're right. The nice weather is over here in Michigan. Well, laughing on the ground, custom member emoji. Thank you, Adam. I want to tell you, Southeast Florida for the win. You're from Vero Beach, beautiful area. I want to tell you right now that there are war memorials in certain parts of Florida where you're from, Adam. And I think society would do good, instead of having a war memorial, to have peace memorials. What president, what time in history did we have more peace than war? And what did it take to maintain that? Instead of having a whole wall of all the people who died in the service, we should have a whole wall of all the diplomats that kept us from going to war. We should honor those who have passed, but we should honor those who pursue peace. If we only look up to the dead who fought a war, why don't we look up to people who want to keep peace? Why don't we value peacekeepers? Why aren't there peace memorials? Because most people are in unhealthy relationships and they visualize themselves honoring their life by going to war and killing someone else who is in another country and they're in unhealthy relationships. So it's two people who are living a life. It only takes one thing to push them over the edge. And all it takes is for the people at the very top of all societies to pull a couple emotional strings and squeeze people, and they'll fight each other voluntarily. I want you to pursue peace in your personal relationships. You say, well, yeah. No, in your personal relationships, I want you to enlist in peace. I don't want you to fight wars in your personal life. If you have domestic violence, if you have substance abuse in your household, if you have a high level of dysfunction, you need to end that relationship. And for everyone listening who has substance abuse problems, there's no way you are able to at least get into a healthier place when you live with people that also have that. You are not better than them because you do a little bit of drugs and they do a lot. You're not better than them because you mix alcohol with prescription pills and they do straight heroin. Dysfunction is dysfunction. Okay. And even if it's complete gluttony. Okay. And I've struggled with weight. I've been obese. And I've had to separate even from my mom at certain times with that. So, now anorexia too. I had some skinny guys. They say, I don't need to go to the gym. My metabolism is high. I don't have a problem with that. Well, that's why his mental health is horrible. You go to the gym, not just for your physical health, not for vanity, for mental health too. So if you neglect going to the gym because you say you're naturally skinny, you're destroying your mental health. You don't value self-care. I ended your relationship with me. If you don't value taking care of yourself, look, again, I love everyone. I love my mom. I don't talk to people like this in personal life. This is a mindset. But I live my life very much on my own style. And I connect with people look, I don't have many relationships at this point because I've ended a lot because I have a certain way I want to live and I don't want to push that on others. But I want to tell you, most people I've experienced, 90% are in a very unhealthy place. And it starts with relationships, and then it can leak into finances, and it leaks into all other things. The foundation of your life is relationships. And if you don't care about that, well, you're going to suffer more than you need to suffer. ESP, what's up? Been listening in the background. I appreciate you. You always are. From the start, you're speaking the truth. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for your love. Long-time viewership. Thank you for sharing your story, ESP. I salute you. I was thinking about you today when I was taking my ass to Starbucks and to Publix, the supermarket. And I was saying, man, if I had a van, would I be going to Starbucks twice a day or Publix twice a day? No, I mean, I guess I probably would I would at least try to do a little bit more preparing food in my Class B. Why? Well, because, not just financially wise, but logistically, I don't want to drive as much. Whatever my next season is, whether it's a home base or van, I do want to eliminate some of the risk of driving. I like driving, but I don't want to drive all the time. And that's the one negative. The positive is, look, I never have to prepare food. But look, if I had a van with a microwave, I just heat up some, vegetables, some frozen vegetables, some brown rice, and some Goya beans, low sodium. And that's my lunch. And, maybe I'll try to cook, maybe even make my own coffee with some steamed soy. Maybe I can figure it out. And with a propane stove, we'll see. So, but, I want to share with you that in this world, okay, when you live with others, guys, you need your space. Shout out to my man, Chris Diamond. I know he lives with his girl in his Class B. I don't know how he does it, but I love him. I respect him. And I don't want to tell people how to live. But, like I say, for me, I'm just sharing on me and my experience in life and my observations, right? Like, there's a lot of things that I value, okay? And I talk about them on this channel. What do I value? I value keeping my life as simple as possible and using my stress to advance my skills to make more money, which gives me more freedom, to take care of my health, which is above everything, and to have good relationships so that my personal life is actually somewhat enjoyable. And if there's no good relationships to be had, just like if there's no homes that are a good deal, there's no vehicles, then do nothing but self-care. Yeah, if there's nothing on the market, do nothing but take care of yourself. If you're retired, if you don't need to work for whatever reason, you should always be busy doing self-care. Waking up early, not taking naps, being productive, hygiene, etc. Not reckless texting, not reckless relationships. People are bored, so they get in trouble. People get bored, so they get in trouble. What do people do when they're bored? They buy stuff and they call people. When people are bored, they do the opposite of what they should do, which is self-care. Gym, laundry, something productive, something creative. That's all self-care. What do? They buy something, okay, or they call someone. I'm not saying there's something wrong with doing either of those things, but they should not be your go-to. They should not be your foundation. Don't build your house on sand. Don't build your van on someone else's property who wants a favor in return. Build your life. Thank God we live in 2021. Even if gas prices went to $20 a gallon, it'd be better than living 100 years ago where your entire family is on the farm. You spoke to no one else in society but your family your entire life because there's no phone. Forget about internet. There's no phone. There's no telegram. There's no information. You are just on a farm with your family. You may even be inbred, and that's your entire life. Guys, even if gas prices went to $50 a gallon, it'd still be better in 2021 than 1821. Thank you, Lord, for the modern era. I want to encourage you tonight with this message. I hope these messages help. Click that thumbs up if they do. You want to support the channel, join the live feeds, click that blue join button, leave a comment below. The algorithm of success is being consistent. By the grace of God and through hard work, I believe I'm one of the most consistent YouTubers. Does that mean I'm guaranteed success? No. But if I use this structured template of consistency and other ways of making money, a main job, a side job like DoorDash, my personal health. If I have this level of consistency, I stay away from addictions. I stay away from bad relationships because I'm not bored. I'm managing my time. And this consistency keeps you out of trouble, and it keeps you productive, and it keeps you getting closer to your best life. Idle time is the devil's playground. And if you don't believe that, guys, you're on the wrong channel. You might as well just leave and never come back because we're gonna have a bad relationship and it's gonna end. Okay. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna take a hydration break. We're going to all the live comments. Shout out to all my viewers, all my members. I thank you with gratitude. All the members that are in the background, all the members that leave a comment, all the members that have ever been part of the channel, K Smith, all the super chatters, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And let's take a hydration break, guys and girls. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's do it. Shout out to my man Tony from Canada. You know what it is. Tomorrow's payday, direct deposit day, one of the best days. Okay. Shout out to South Florida where there's no winter. Up north, tomorrow you start the dark winter. The cold days are coming tomorrow. But what should you do? You should do what I did for many years of my life. Wear multiple layers of clothes. Walk. You'll be good till January, February, March. Take a vacation in December. Visit Florida. Okay. Scout the land. Keep applying for job transfers. Downsize. Throw out. Don't reorganize. Throw out. Don't reorganize. And liquidate as many things as you can. Why? Because when you're changing, you need to be flexible, not in hard assets. You need a lot of flexibility. You need a lot of wiggle room. Bruce Lee said that the bamboo tree survives many storms because it's flexible. Okay. But the rigid tree will crack in a storm more likely because it's very rigid. And when there's volatility, when there's change, and humans struggle with change, when there's volatility, guys, you need a lot of flexibility. Now, I have needed that in my life. And now I'm at a point in my life where I can add some stability because the violent change has already taken place. Okay, so, but in order to get to this point, I had to be extremely flexible and extremely consistent. And the grace of God, I never neglect that. And I hope that helps you, okay? Because you got dreams, you got goals. You say, what's the sales pitch to self-care? Why shouldn't I just let myself go? Why shouldn't I just indulge in these relationships? Why should I even care? We're all going to die. Well, here's why you should care. Here's the sales pitch. Why do you want to suffer more in this world? Your worst life, if you stay in a relationship, if you stay doing the substance abuse, if you stay with the excessive risk-taking, you're going to suffer more. So why not mitigate some of that risk? Why not try to improve your life? There's no perfect life. And suffer less while you're here. Even though we're all going to die, why suffer more? That's the ultimate sales pitch. I think that makes a lot of sense. One flying solo got a divorce. Why? Unhealthy relationship, needed to end it so there's less suffering. One flying solo. Amen, Sam. Thank you. I've learned to be more flexible. Thumbs up to you. A routine is important. Got to have structure. Got to have a template. But you also need flexibility. 100 things change. You got to adapt, especially when transitioning to a new phase of life. Definitely. And when you end a relationship, you're in a new phase of life. The good news is that the old phase of life was so unhealthy, you needed to end it. The loneliest you will ever be is an unhealthy relationship. The most unhappiest you'll ever be is in sometimes just any relationship where you haven't developed yourself, because you can just lose yourself. And once you lose yourself, you can't make anyone else happy. Okay. And, for all my people out there that are single, I never want you to begrudge the blessing that you have over your life with singleness. I know sometimes you're horny. Sometimes, guys, I would just really like a high level of intimacy. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but what I'm trying to tell you is, guys, everything has a price. You want a $100,000 Class B? I'm not mad at that, but everything has a price. Guys, you know how easy it is to go to Walmart and just buy stuff? You know how easy it is to just be in these endless relationships? So I'm not saying you can't be in any of them, but I'm saying if there's no discipline, you'll lose yourself. And you'll end up more lonely, more horny, more upset, more unhealthy, more unhappy. Most people who are in church are there because they're broken in a relationship. Most people who are in therapy are there because they're in a broken relationship. Most people who abuse substances, they have relationship issues, and mainly with themselves. All of us are human, so all of us can empathize without judging others. Okay? I'm not judging anyone. I'm sharing through my life experiences. This is my experience and observation. I'm not mad at you if you're in this situation because I've been through some of them, and I empathize with how hard it is to get out. But I did, by the grace of God and through hard work, get out of these situations. And what I can tell you is there's some friends you can never hang out with again. There's some relationships you can never let them have your number again. And there are some situations where you have to discipline yourself and remind yourself of past pain, or else you're going to end up right back to the environment that was so unhealthy, almost destroyed your life. I wish you can understand that the number one cause of stress is relationships, not money. I wish you could understand if you're in a unhealthy relationship, you're going to call out of work, or work is going to be an escape. I wish you can understand that the sales pitch to ending certain relationships is because you don't want to suffer more. Is there going to be pain to separate? All extreme. I remember several relationships in friendships, lovers, and family. And they all have different dynamics. But they were all necessary for me. And if you think they're not necessary, look at the people you separated from. Look where they're at and look where you're at. Not in judgment, but in observation. And that's your answer. And that's what I want you to remember on your journey, because I want you to get from this channel, guys, simplicity, live below your means so you can live up to your potential. Take the promotion. Don't live down to your income potential. Live up to your income potential. Make as much money as you can. And as you get older, you got more options. So you don't always have to work certain jobs. Pick up side jobs that you enjoy to do. Everything is work, including DoorDash, including YouTube, including whatever you want to do. Even being a singer is work. I knew a couple singers, okay? Professional singers, okay? With, guys, record deals with the big dogs. Okay? And what I can tell you is that's work. I knew professional athletes. Guys, I knew people growing up, okay, that were signed to professional record labels and that played in professional sports. I had a great person I knew growing up, signed. You know, I got to know her a little bit more as I got older. She got involved with something I was doing for a nonprofit. Okay. And what I could tell you in life is it's work. Okay. Even being an artist. Okay. I knew someone growing up made it to professional sports. Okay. And what I can tell you is it's still work. You can love to do something, guys, but there's still work. Now, it doesn't mean that even if you make it to this top level that you're going to, always be financially good, because, guys, there's highs and lows. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing if you fall off, if you don't always make great money. There's no shame in any of that shit. But you can pull strength from your experience, and you can say that I was able to work at something. I was able to go to the performance. I was able to go into the studio. I was able to go to practice. I was able to go to this. So you can take that same discipline and apply it to other areas. And if you've got other people that don't value that discipline, you need to separate in that relationship. That's what I say. I wouldn't even be friends with anyone on YouTube that mocks taking a high delivery acceptance. I saw videos of people on YouTube like, I let my delivery acceptance go down to like 0. I think that's disgraceful. Why would you even be part of that? Why would you even be a DoorDasher then? Don't even sign up. Good to see you, Aaron. Those type of people destroy your life. You say, why should I accept 90% of deliveries when some of them are only $2, $3? Because what you're building is consistency, habits, and you're opening up the door to be a top dasher, to be able to do it whenever you want. You're opening up the door to the DoorDash algorithm to get recommended for better ones. Guys, what I've seen in life, working at the low level, high level, middle level, is that people who put effort and show that they care a little bit and push themselves, they tend to, guys, do better. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to do better. Because the opposite of doing better is doing worse. I always tell you guys, there's your best life, and what's the opposite of your best life? Your worst life. Or an apathetic life. Good to see you, Michelle. Love to you. So, these are just my experiences. Shout out to you guys out there. Love to Aaron, Michelle, One Flying Solo, ESP, Adam, my man K. Smith. We got Tulsa, we got Michigan, we got Alaska. I forgot where One Flying Solo's from. Aaron, where are you from again? Michelle, where are you from? Michelle, I know you're by the beach, right? I feel encouraged tonight. Why? Well, my man Doug Warren, what's up, brother? I've been seeing you in the comment sections, man. Welcome to the live chat access. The most non-committal relationship you'll ever be in, man. It's like staying in an RV park, man. You want to come in, stay for a couple nights, and leave. But I love the fact that all your comments I've seen in the comment section are positive. Thank you, Doug Warren. We see you out there. You're looking good in that hat, brother. And if anyone doesn't compliment you that you look good, you don't need them in your life. Why? Because, you don't need sarcastic comments. You need encouragement. Now, you don't need a bunch of fake people always giving you fake compliments. But you know what I mean, guys. There's nothing wrong with, being polite. You say, well, I see some of your videos. Guys, I'm sharing intense mindsets to push you to wake up early, to push you to go to the gym, push you to accept an order, push you to accept a promotion, push you to get out of a relationship. But in real life, guys, I'm navigating around. I'm not bulldozing. Never get that twisted, man. Love to you, Doug. Michelle's from Texas. Doug, hey, man, what's up? Palm tree emoji. Doug, you from Florida? Erin, New Hampshire. Okay. Erin, do you want to, I know you have the van, and I know you got the mouse problem. Remind me, Erin, do you want to come south? What do you want to do? Do you want to sell your house eventually and get in the van? What's your plan? One Flying Solo. He goes, I was born in Virginia. Shout out to VA. I went to VA Beach. They have the no cursing sign. I forgot what type of chick me and my man got with some girls in a hotel. She was from Brooklyn. I don't know where the other girl's from, but I met back up with her in Manhattan and that night in the hotel. It was pretty fun. One Flying Solo. I was born in Virginia, but have been living in Delaware. Shout out to Biden. The last 20 years. Home of Joe Biden. I ain't mad at that. Well, shout out to you, One Flying Solo. We love you, brother. One Flying Solo, you want to stay in Delaware? Where you want to go? But Delaware's a very small state, man. It's right next to New Jersey, right in between New Jersey and Maryland, pretty much. Or New Jersey and Baltimore, whatever. Same thing. Michelle, I have an online friendship I'm unsure of. Well, if you're unsure, that's the answer. When in doubt, don't buy. When in doubt about a relationship, they're not your friend. Because, guys, if you don't know, then you know. Okay. Now, when it comes to your money, when in doubt, take the promotion. If you don't know if you should take the promotion, take it. Why? Worst case scenario? I'm not saying take every promotion, but listen to this. Worst case scenario, you pushed yourself, it looks good on your resume, you're going to learn something, you're going to make more money, and it takes a lot to fire people. And it takes a lot to hire people. So while you got your foot in the motherfucking door, walk up those damn steps and become a rich elitist. Why? Because the opposite is you don't have your foot in the door. You roll your big ass down those steps. You end up in the basement of destitution. Okay? And I want to tell you tonight, okay, I want to be in the upper room. Okay? In the upper room. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Aaron. Yes, house on sale in the spring. Yeah, tossing things out every weekend. There you go. Remember, all you need is one duffel bag. That's all you need. There's a Walmart everywhere. Never forget it. She goes, tossing things out every weekend. I've been there. And Job already knows. All right, put them on notice. Playing, okay, in Savannah, Georgia. All right. Have I been through Savannah, Georgia? Yeah, I've been through there. Not in detail, but I've driven through there. So Georgia's right on the borderline of Florida, North Florida. But yeah, shout out to Georgia. Okay. Shout out to you, Aaron. I like the plan. One Flying Solo. I like Delaware, except for January through March. Understandable. I think I want to snowbird. Okay. Delaware's got some good campgrounds. And that one strip after you go past Ocean City, it's technically in Virginia Beach, but there was 1000 Trails campground right on the ocean there. That was an awesome campground. I did a video on it. It's in my 1000 Trails playlist, which I'm still considering getting a Class B van, getting the adventure package 1000 Trails, and just say, fuck it, I'm 41. Let it ride for another 10 years. We'll see. So, okay, you may snowbird, One Flying Solo. Yeah, if you can work remote, that's a go. Or if you're retired on some type of income, that's a go. Michelle, Aaron, so much warmer there on Savannah. That's for sure. Yeah, New Hampshire to Savannah, that's night and day. Totally different environment. I agree with that. My man, Pay DeNolan, you know what it is. Showing up. Yeah. Pay DeNolan, thank you for your positive attitude. Thank you for your love. I see you out there. Remember, I played video games growing up, and I thank God. Why? Because I think it was an introduction to technology. And I think now, if you don't know how to apply to a job on your phone, if you don't know how to answer emails on your phone, if you don't know how to upload documents on your phone, if you don't know how to sign a house contract on your phone, I think, guys, you're playing rock, paper, scissors with your career. And I think right now, guys, you gotta learn that as you get older, use the video game experience not to play more video games per se, but to understand that you have what it takes to work technology. You're just interfacing with it. So leverage that experience into the corporate world. Never forget it. Erin, she goes, but we'll also be traveling a lot because I have a remote therapy gig. Okay. That will move me around a bit until I find a spot I love. I like that idea. Look, one thing that I recommend people do if you're going to hit the road is at least keep your eye out for a place that suits your personality. What is an environment? Environment is climate, culture, and economic opportunity. So when you visit an area, you got to ask yourself, what's the climate year-round? You got to ask yourself, what's the culture? What are the people like? What are their politics? What are their mindset? Then, is it diverse? Is it not diverse? Then you got to ask yourself, what's the economic opportunity? If my therapy job went away, is there DoorDash? If there was no DoorDash, is there healthcare jobs? Is there technology jobs? Is there no jobs? Am I in the middle of nowhere? You have to at least know that. Why? Because you want to know your environment. Your environment is key to growth. Never forget it. Aaron goes, also goes, I had family there for years, and I loved it. So my Savannah, I guess. They are gone now, but I fell in love with the area. Yeah, a lot of people tend to like that area. Aaron, yeah, for sure, Michelle. Pay DeNolan, all day, pimp. You know what it is, Pay DeNolan? My man, Doug. What's up, man? Yeah. In Portland, Oregon. Okay, shout out to the West Coast, right by Alaska. To the south of Alaska is Portland, Oregon. Okay, now you might have to jump over Canada, but you're over there. ESP's from Alaska. My man Doug says, dreaming. Yeah, dreaming of those palm trees, beaches, and suns. Well, Doug, don't forget to add that bikini emoji. Don't be shy, Doug. I want you to look, Doug, in your emojis. I want you to drop me a bikini emoji. Why? Because while you're in Florida, you might as well enjoy you some damn bikini. Now, if you're a girl, then enjoy you some Speedo, because there's some European men out here. So I want to tell you, I got respect for everyone in every place. But the Northwest of America, guys, a lot of rain, a lot of clouds. I remember growing up when that guy Nirvana from Washington killed himself. That's when I remember, like right after that, I remember reading a study that in Seattle, Washington, there was a higher rate of suicide, and they linked it to possibly cloudier weather and like more like, like depressing weather. And then I also remember, when I got into improving my life and Ultimate Warrior was doing inspirational videos, he was saying that growing up in Indiana, the cloud, dreary weather made him more depressed. His family was depressed. And he said when he traveled for wrestling, he found like in Florida and Texas and Arizona, he eventually settled in Arizona, that the weather did play a part in his mental health. And I agree with that. Growing up in New Jersey, I'm very thankful for it. For many months out of the year, it's great. But yeah, the winters are no good. And the vibe, the energy, the culture, just not for me anymore. Shout out to my man, Doug. And my man, Adam. He's from Florida. Now he's in Michigan. Always dreaming of palm trees. Well, Adam, I believe in you. Why? Because one is you haven't given up and you're keeping a positive attitude, man. You've shared a lot since you've been on this channel, man. Okay. And you go through a lot. Okay. And I know you keep a lot inside. And the fact that you haven't turned into a completely wild renegade commenter saying reckless things, to me, if nothing else, it shows me that the grace of God is on your life. Because for you not to really go crazy in the comment section and just like totally give up, there's something in you, brother. I can't put my finger on it, and I'm not giving you a bunch of religious mumbo jumbo because I talk to you straight, and you know that. That's how you know you can trust the word. Is the grace of God's on your life. Now you still got to do the work. I tell you, get your house in order. And that doesn't mean tell other people what to do. That means take care of yourself well. Okay. And some relationships if you need to. But I love you, brother. Shout out to you. Doug. Oh, Doug. The bikini emoji. I want to tell you. I'm not usually into the gingers, but I saw a ginger today. Redhead girl. And guys, I'll tell you, I'm very excited. Okay. Paid it on. Yeah, rest in peace, Kurt Cobain, great artist. I agree with that. A lot of good. Well, there was 2 good songs I liked. Of course, what was the one famous one where it goes? What was the Nirvana songs? There was 2 songs I liked from Nirvana. Because I wasn't really a rock guy. I was more hip hop R&B, but I respect artistry. Nirvana songs. Yeah, what was? There's 2 songs I liked from Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit, that's probably my favorite. And then the other one is Come As You Are. So if you say Inspirational Nomad, I want 2 good songs to listen to inspire me. I would say YouTube search Nirvana with the name of the song is Smells Like Teen Spirit. And the other one I like is Come As You Are by Nirvana. Those are probably the only 2 I probably like from them. Yep. Backstage live comments. If I miss a comment, guys or girls, don't get offended. Type it again. My man Cartoon Mark, upstate New York, is in the building. Cuomo got kicked out. We don't know who's in now, but we know one thing. That you can only survive so long in upstate New York before you go insane. However, we also know that the grace of God is on Cartoon Mark's life. Why? If you ever watch this guy's live feed, you know he's got very patient spirit, even though he can only take so much. And this guy's like you want to give this guy a damn hug. Okay. You want him to draw you, you want to tip him, but don't touch him when he's painting. Because he has some psychopath touch him when he was painting. He said, man, back up. Remember, when people are in their zone, give them space. Don't fucking be on top of them. Okay. Cartoon Mark, I told my girl, I can't take the cold anymore. Well, I love you, Cartoon Mark. You know I believe in you all my heart. Just remember, don't tell your girl. Why? Because it's like talking to a wall. You're going to get discouraged, not encouraged. This is what you should do, Cartoon Mark. Instead of telling your girl, you should continue to throw out stuff. None of her stuff. Only your stuff. How do you tell your girl you're tired of the cold? For the next 6 months, all you do is throw out everything that belongs to you. Just to you. And then 6 months later, you finally come out of the basement. And your girl's still watching Jeopardy because she's going to do that every day the rest of her life. And you come up the basement after 6 months of not seeing your girl. And you only have one thing. You know what you have? A duffel bag. You know what's in that duffel bag? A couple pairs of clothes and 1 drawing book and 2 crayons. And you put that right next to her. You don't say anything. And she's going to say to you 2 things. Where have you been and what's that? And I want you to look at her, say nothing, unzip your duffel bag, open it up, and let her form her own conclusion. When you do that, you've changed her life. But every time you tell her you can't stand the cold, it's like you telling it's like you're a drug addict and you're telling another drug addict, I want to quit these drugs. Remember, the blind can't lead the blind. Respect your girl, respect your kids. But remember, when you are the Moses of your life, you can't expect other people to give you the commandments. Because like Kanye West told us, no one knows what Sway's clothing line was. Okay? No one knows. No one cares. You got to do the education for yourself. Now, do I like Kanye West? Well, he has some hits. But, you know, I know I'm not with the Trump stuff. I'm not with what I saw lately. So, remember, guys, Moses also killed 3,000 people, men, women, and children. Why? Because after he got the commandments, after he got the green light from God to go to Florida, you know what he did? Instead of going to the promised land, he went back down and he went to go see all the people playing that watching Jeopardy, okay, in the wilderness. And he said, look, God told me this is what we should do. And you know what they did? They said, well, they were just doing other reckless shit. They weren't even listening to him. They were at Walmart buying more shit, bringing it back. And so he got so frustrated, he killed 3,000 of them. I don't want you, Mark, to get so frustrated with your girl and your kids that you kill a couple of them. God forbid. So what I want you to do is just focus on the commandments that the Lord giveth to you. I always tell you guys and girls, even if you're fully retired or disabled and you're out of the workforce, you're doing nothing. Self-care is a full-time job to keep you busy the rest of your life. I don't even know how you have time for Jeopardy. Guys, Jeopardy is a waste of time. It's the most asinine questions that will never help you in real life. Only psychopaths know the answer to Jeopardy. You ever sit with someone who doesn't work, they're unemployed, and they're sitting there like, yeah, Alex Trebek, I'll take, what is this useless question for $500? And Alex Trebek says, what is the mathematical algorithm of the Bermuda Triangle? And your unemployed family member or friend goes, oh, I know, that's 32 squared times 52 And you're looking at them like, I thought you couldn't work. Yeah. So I want to tell you this, guys. When you ask the opinion of someone who watches Jeopardy but can't work, I want to tell you guys, the blind cannot lead you to the promised land. The blind can't lead the blind. Okay. So you're going to have to strap up. You said, well, inspirational nomad, I got a small penis. I don't have the self-confidence to be by. Strap up the dildo, okay, around your insecurities, okay, and just say, fuck it, okay? Because, guys, you're insecure and your girl is getting breast surgery, okay? The girl who gets breast surgery has no right to tell you anything. Okay? So remember, guys, you're trying to impress someone who doesn't even like how they look themselves. So what should you do? Nothing. Just take care of yourself. Don't worry about what other people think or do. Because most people are underemployed or unemployed. They're watching Jeopardy. And they're getting plastic surgery. And you're sitting over here thinking about how you can make them happy. Alex Trebek, I'll take how do you destroy your life for $1,000. Okay. The answer is live with someone, okay, who watches Jeopardy and makes you feel insecure about yourself. Now, I'm not saying that's Cartoon Mark, no disrespect. I'm not saying that about you. I'm saying I want you to take this mindset. I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about a general philosophy. I want you to take this general philosophy and not go around being mad at the people you live with or your friends, but I want you to apply it to what you need to do for yourself. So that you don't hurt yourself or other people, but you help yourself. Because you know what is the most attractive quality and what will help you when you actually just work on yourself. Like, there's a saying, like, if you get a flat tire and you're on the side of the road, if you just sit around waiting for someone to stop, cars are just going to zip. But if you were on the side of the road, like pushing your car, as crazy as it sounds, people may actually have empathy that you're trying to do something they see you struggling. And there may be a chance that, not a lot, but maybe one person will stop. Because when you visually see someone trying to do something, but they're struggling with it, there's something in you that says, I feel their pain, I want to help them. See, when you see someone trying to do a task, and they're not asking necessarily, but they're just trying with all their heart, you want to help them because you see that they're willing to do. Okay? But when you see someone just sitting on their ass watching Jeopardy, I want to tell you guys, there's not a lot of you don't really want to do nothing. You don't want, it's like, what the fuck? So let's take a hydration break, go back to these live comments. Yeah, Cartoon Mark, everyone, please. If you live with other people, guys, or if you have young children, please listen to my live feeds with headphones on. Okay. Even though I think some young children would do good to listen to this, but I don't think they can understand. Don't let anyone listen to this that, is too, All right, let's stay positive. Keep speaking. Guys, the reason you live below your means is so you can live and speak your truth. Forget about the crowd, okay? Because, guys, the crowd is like the crowd in a circus. They're like the crowd watching Jeopardy. They're not doing the work of their life, so you know what they expect? They expect Jeopardy to make them happy. They expect the circus to make them happy. Cartoon Mark was almost part of the circus. Guess what, guys? I don't care what makes you happy. I'm not, guys, and I'm not speaking to anyone in the live chat. I'm speaking to a mindset that watches me. That if you think for a minute you've come to a channel, okay, where you get to decide what you like and what you don't, you've come to the wrong channel. Because I've decided to do the work of my life so I don't have to live or be around people like you. Because I don't want to destroy my life trying to convince you of my life. I want to navigate around the people that I don't agree with, not hurt them, navigate around them. And I won't allow them to bully me into their circus. Because all I got to do is look at their life. I know it's a circus. So I'm not impressed by the thumbs down. I'm not impressed by people who are unhappy. Doesn't move me one bit. Okay. So I want you to remember this, guys. This is why we live below our means. This is why we stay disciplined in simplicity. So that we are not beholden to those who control the unicycle of the elephant who has to circle around the audience to make them happy. Could you imagine an elephant who has to ride a unicycle just to make people who are drunk in the audience happy? I want to tell you, a lot of you are living that life. You're an elephant riding a unicycle in your living room watching Jeopardy. All you are is an underpaid entertainer. And some of you not getting paid at all. You're actually paying. Yeah, some of you are actually paying to ride a unicycle. I want to tell you guys. I'll tell you, I walked away from inheritance. I would get a divorce. I would walk away from money to have my peace. Never forget it. Never forget it. Especially if you have an able body and mind. I don't know why you would stay somewhere that's just more suffering. I don't know why you'd want to be an elephant on a unicycle. Never forget that. All right, let's go back to these live comments. Thank you for your patience. If I miss a comment, please type it again. One flying solo at Adam. I was thinking of visiting the Upper Peninsula. Do you think it's worth the drive for camping? I would probably say only in September or August. Outside of that, probably too crazy, but I'll let them speak on it. ESP, Teen Pity. Oh, yeah, Teen Spirit. Yeah, I like that song. Now, again, ESP's from Alaska, which is right next to the Washington area, Seattle, Washington area. So she probably gets that vibe. ESP, Heart-Shaped Box. I don't know that song, but I'll look it up. Maybe I'll like that. Thank you, ESP. Aaron, I want him to be my father, too. Mark is fantastic. Well, just remember, you don't live with Mark, but you don't live with me. But I do agree with your encouraging comment, Aaron, that Mark is displayed a lot of great character. And I appreciate Aaron's encouragement. I'm not taking anything away from that. But I always make the statement, even when people tell me personally, like, oh, just remember, there's a difference between admiring someone and living with someone. And so I want you in life to separate admiration from living situation so that you don't end up in a wrong situation. You know what I mean? I love you, Aaron. Aaron, what did she say at Cartoon Mark? Don't even ask that. You know what she said, Aaron. You a social worker. You know what she said. When you told her you can't take it. All right, let's play this game. This is going to get a little wild. Peyton Nolan. Aaron, she says, I know, honey. Aaron, I've been working outside since 1997. It's cloudy, cold, and no sunshine here. I'm so done. I'm going to throw all my shit out this winter. So she basically said, I know, honey, which means, in translation, it means shut up, honey, because I'm watching Jeopardy, which is more important than your dreams. Yeah. Because if Cartoon Mark's dreams were more important than Jeopardy, Jeopardy would be off and the house would be for sale with nothing in it. So I want you guys and girls to remember that. That a lot of people, guys, that just brush you off. Never forget it. You guys, you're an elephant riding a unicycle in your living room. Michelle, at Cartoon Mark, I grew up in the Northeast, Ohio. I could handle it when I was younger. Yeah, as you get older, you don't want that cold weather. I hear that. Cartoon Mark, as I have headphones on, yet we are watching Jeopardy. It's very much a disaster. It's a lot of elephants riding unicycles over there. Michelle, I used to watch Wheel of Fortune. I did watch that with my mom. I'm not going to lie about that. Good job, Michelle. Aaron, at Cartoon Mark, look up I'm not saying this right. Not dissolution. I know what it is, but I can't say it for some reason. Dissolution of the shared dream in relationships. Dissolve, or something like that. That's what you're experiencing. Yeah, I'm not being able to pronounce that word, but I can translate. Look up, I'm in a uninspiring, unhealthy relationship where she's still a good person. She's not the devil. But you got two different dreams. And eventually, after the kids turn 18, even though you've known her your whole life, I don't know. I mean, Cartoon Mark, in my opinion, is my opinion. I think Cartoon Mark will probably be with her till he dies. But it's going to be, because from my understanding, Cartoon Mark knows her since he was like high school. And there's two kids involved. So Cartoon Mark is definitely going to be around probably till the kids are 18. And even beyond that, the kids probably ain't going to move out right away at 18. And the girl is not, I don't think she's ever going to move to Florida full time. So Cartoon Mark, when he's 65 and he's finally got a pension, he may spend a couple months in Florida and he's got to pull her, if she's still alive, pull her down there. Even though all she's going to do is watch Jeopardy in Florida. So what are we praying for? This is the hope. Cartoon Mark, don't try to visualize your future like that. Focus on what you can do within your control. See, the devil says what I just said. Your girl ain't never going to want to go to Florida, which is true. That's the Lord. But hear me out. And I can't really, to be honest with you, I can't really see a path where she's ever going to want to do anything. You're kind of screwed. But the word of hope is don't focus on that. Focus on what you can control. There's a lot you can do right now in your life to get yourself ready. And then as you do the work, a miracle will happen. What's the work you have to do? You have a lot more downsizing to do. You have a lot more side hustles you can do. I haven't heard you talking about DoorDash or Grubhub recently. You can do that. Okay. Every video, you should have a painting behind you with a price tag and a PayPal link. You should do that. You should focus some of your videos not on painting, but on therapy. Because really what's going to help you go viral is not really your paintings. It's you have a Santa Claus spirit. People feel like you're a teddy bear. They want to hug you. And I want to tell you, you're going to get all the chicks that look at you like the compassionate guy that maybe they don't want to have sex with, but you're the guy that they want when the tall guy with a nice ass doesn't work out. You're that guy. Play that shit up, man. Say, make a video talking about, I don't know, man, just like anything, like just talk. People just want, like you already told you, like people look at you at work like a therapist. Talk that therapist shit. Okay. If you're gonna be an elephant riding a unicycle, you might as well get paid for it. Okay. You might as well play to your strength, which is you're a compassionate, patient guy. Okay. You might as well play to that strength. I'm the type of guy, okay? That's not what I do, okay? But I am compassionate. People know that. A lot of people like me because I love my mom. Okay? A lot of people watch me. They don't like a lot of stuff, but they love that I love my mom. Now, I'm not playing that up. I tell you straight up. And you guys know, guys, I do whatever I want in these videos. But I want to share with you so something this helps. Doug, $1.49 super sticker with the weights are lifted. Never. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. Never go more than 3 days without being in the gym. You say, Inspirational Nomad, I got good metabolism. I'm skinny. Working out is not just for your physical health. It's for your mental. Okay. So never forget that. Thank you, Doug. I see you. Hal's in the building. All right, let's get back to these live comments. Remember, all my YouTubers, the number one reason people come to your live feed is to interact in a live chat. They want to hear you talk about something because you're the elephant on the unicycle. But they also want to ride the unicycle. Yeah. Why? Guys, a fucking circus. Let's go back to the circus. Let's go back to live comments. Aaron, I read that. I think I was at Pay Nolan. Oh yeah, I skipped Pay Nolan actually. I apologize. He goes, I grew up in the 80s, metal and 90s alternative. Found hip hop in 6th grade. Pops hated it for long, laughing. I hear you. And I read Mark's chat, so now we're at Michelle. I read that. I read Cartoon Marks. I read Aaron. Oh yeah, that was where I left off. And Cartoon Mark said, thank you, Aaron, prayer emoji. Okay, here we go. Aaron, layman way to say, if you don't have the same goals or dreams, so the relationships can't survive long term. In my humble opinion, this topic may help you. I agree. I think that's a great recommendation. Now, the only thing is, Aaron, you know this as a therapist. I'm going to remind you. There's logic and emotion. You should always plant the seed of logic. But you know, like I do, even when people know better, it's very hard for them to do better. Why? Emotions. So guys, people will agree with you. I got to get off these drugs. I can't eat so much after dinner. I shouldn't go back to this person. So that's logic. That makes sense. But emotions. The difference between humans and a spreadsheet is emotions. So remember, the human is not an Excel spreadsheet. A human is a complex computer chip mixed with human emotion, which is good. It's a good thing. And that's why I tell you guys sometimes about this intense mindset. Not to push it on other people, but I need you to focus this energy and focus on yourself, not other people. And take the information that Aaron is sharing. I'm sure Aaron shared so much valuable inspiration, valuable information with people that she worked with and herself. But and that's good because you need information, you need knowledge. Then you need emotion to drive that knowledge. Because guys, if I give you a nail, but you don't take the hammer and drive it in, a nail is useless. The nail is the knowledge. The hammer, okay, is the action item that you need to take, downsize, take the promotion, get a new job, get out of a relationship. You got to take that hammer and drive that nail. Okay. Even if you're retired, this work never ends. All right, guys, let's take hydration, but guys, straight fire. Aaron says, yep, you were in my prayers, Cartoon Mark. I agree, we got to have faith. Aaron says, you pronounced it right, Sam. Did I? That sounded crazy. Thank you, Aaron. A disillusion, like dissolve. If that's what I was thinking of, dissolve, but sometimes I get tongue-tied. Thank you, Aaron. My man, Hal. You know what it is, Hal. Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, brother? I love you. He goes, what's good, my brother? Remember those songs? What song we talking about? What is the number on your pocket? I remember when you went to. What is the number on your pocket? I remember when you went to. Yeah, it doesn't come off top of my head. I'm not thinking of it. What is it, brother? You tell me, and if I remember it, I'll sing it. Aaron, I'm praying for him to find a way. Well, if he works on himself and what he needs to do, the next step will be revealed to him. This is what the Lord showed me one day. The Lord told me that if I work on the current step, the next step will be revealed to me in due season. Martin Luther King had a saying that faith is taking the first step without seeing the entire staircase. So you can't see how you're really going to ever get to Florida. But faith is taking The first step, not moving to Florida, but downsizing, applying to a remote job transfer, taking that first step, selling your house, taking that first step, and then without seeing the entire staircase, the next steps will be revealed to you. Light will come on. Light will be shed on your situation. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Elon Musk, in the name of whatever you believe in. Why? Hey guys, you gotta have faith plus works. Hal was saying 112. Yeah, over now. I remember 112. I like the song Peaches and Cream. I like the remix with Puffy. And what was the other 112 song I like? I don't remember over now. Of course, we got 112, Where the Players Dwell. Peaches and Cream. I'm just thinking about Peaches and Cream. But yeah, I have to look that up, and then maybe I'll sing that tomorrow. Because remember, I'm just an elephant on a unicycle. I love you, Hal. I appreciate the 112 reference. I knew someone. I'm not going to say that. Let's stay positive. Where was that? Hal, yeah. Aaron, I am praying for him. Oh, yeah, I read that. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't read that. He goes, I am praying for him to find a way to be happy no matter how he defines that. Be authentic happy. I agree with that. Thank you again, Doug, for joining the membership. Thank you for that super sticker lift a weight emoji. You know what it is. Love to you, brother. Shout out to the Northwest. Love to you, brother. Aaron, I do agree on logic and emotion. I'm just mad biased towards wanting Mark. I hear you. I appreciate your enthusiasm for our brother Mark. You just want him to be happy. Remember, May said, I want to see you happy even if it's not with me. He goes, wanting Mark to be happy, so I'm over watering your seeds. I'm not mad at that. Aaron, like I said, we love you. We respect you. You got a lot of wisdom. You got a lot of encouragement. And I give you credit for still being in the game. Because if you say inspirational nomad, what's the hard part about being a counselor, a pastor, a therapist? Well, you get discouraged after counseling so many people and them not doing shit. You basically say, man, this shit don't matter, man. No one listen to me. So I understand that too, you know. But it's all seed. It's all seed. And remember, work on yourself. Don't worry about other people. You plant the seed with other people. Aaron's laughing good. Yes, nail that hammer. Water the seeds. Good job. You get it. Aaron, I'm trying to hammer Mark. Haha. Hal, 112, where the players dwell. It's over now. Yeah, I can't remember the lyrics to that. But I want to tell you that even R&B singers realize in life, whether it's Nirvana singing rock or 112 singing R&B. You know, so you say to yourself, here's a famous, wealthy artist like Kurt Cobain. Why would he commit suicide? You say, here's a famous artist like 112. Why did they stop singing? Well, they didn't stop singing, guys, but everything in life has an end. Okay. But you can adapt and reinvent yourself. I remember being at the end of a relationship. This was when The Weeknd, the R&B singer, was just coming out. And I remember, man, every night I would go for a walk for about 2 hours and I would just cry. Okay? Because I refused to ever text him again, and I'm glad I didn't. And I remember I was listening to Spotify, and The Weeknd has a song on one of his first couple albums called Adaptation. And I'm basically saying, like, you thought I would break down, but instead I decided to adapt. Look up that song, Weeknd, Adaptation. See, guys, like, no matter how talented you are or how much things are going well, you can be broken. You could commit suicide or you could give up, even if you're wealthy, famous, and your career can end. Anything can. So what do you have to do? You have to pivot. You have to adapt. Okay. You know, there's a saying that the strongest don't survive necessarily, but those willing to adapt. Adapt is the willingness to deal with change. Why do most people not end a relationship? Their unwillingness to deal with change. How did I overcome the relationship? I was willing to reinvent myself. I was willing to figure out a way, even though I had no idea how I could live without them. And what did I do? I focused my ass on self-care. walking, working, and staying the fuck away from them. And if you believe that's God bread life, then click that thumbs up and do what you need to do for your life. But if you believe that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, guys, might as well get another drink. Get your vodka out the freezer. Okay. Bet on fantasy football this weekend. Watch Jeopardy. Watch me ride a unicycle all over Florida. Because what I can tell you guys, I may be an elephant riding a unicycle, guys, but I'm not where I used to be either. Okay. I'm not who I used to be. I adapted. You have some general qualities that are always the essence of who you are. But you got to transition from the club to the church, from the church to the tube, to the YouTube, to whatever. You got to be willing to change. You know, some people I met in church, they weren't willing to change. Some people I knew in the street, they weren't willing to change. It doesn't matter what spectrum you're in. I know some people in the street, they were never going to change. I know some people in the church, they were never going to change. Guys, I change shit up if I need to. And I'm telling you, by the grace of God, that's one thing that's kept me around. Some people, guys, they're not going to change. So you got to be careful. Back to these live comments. Cartoon Mark, Aaron, you're wise and an awesome friend. Hal, look it up. I will, brother. I love you, Hal. Very proud of you. Aaron, thanks, Cartoon Mark. Hal, real recognize real. You know what it is, Hal? Hal, brother, I tried to go on that marathon donation thing that you're running. I searched on that website, Hal, the name Hal. I couldn't find your donation spot, man. So if you got that link, share it again, brother. But I love you. I'm proud of your testimony. I'm proud of what you've done for yourself. I love your positive attitude. All the chicks love that you're 6'6". So if you keep working, if you work on self-care, you're going to figure it out, okay? And what I can tell you is never go back to your ex. Why? Because you broke up for a reason. And in my opinion, don't even go back to your old job. Why? Because you left for a reason. In my opinion, keep going forward. In my opinion, if they click the thumbs down, remember, they just want to see you ride a unicycle. And remember, guys, I'm not your elephant, okay? I'm not living with you. I'm not dependent upon you, okay? So keep watching, okay? Because believe me, I ain't watching you. Never forget it. Yeah, never forget it. Not you guys. I'm talking to a certain spirit. Aaron, those people who do change make my job so worth it. Thumbs up. Once in a while, you do see a miracle. I ain't lying about that. That's right, Aaron. Nothing more fulfilling to me, I respect this, than playing a small role in changing life. There's good people out there, the salt of the earth. Shout out to you, Aaron. You know what it is. Appreciate you. All right, guys and girls, we rode the unicycle for 1 hour and 8 minutes. We showed up again. Consistency over crap. Okay. Good people over trolls. Boundaries over bullshit. Change your number over the same number. I'll tell you, living in Florida, I can't tell you. I talk to so many people. I get their number, real estate agents, mainly business stuff. And they still got numbers from when they lived in Ohio, when they lived in Georgia, when they lived in Michigan. You'd be surprised. When I did my playlist, check out my playlist about how to move to Florida. The final step 3, was sever all ties to your old life. If you move to Florida and you don't change your cell phone number, I don't respect you. Because there's a part of you that still clings to your old area code. And if you have that mindset, look, I still respect you. I still love you. And I still may do business with you. But I'm saying, in the spirit, in my mind, I said, this person, there's something they can't fully accept change. That's for me. That's how I feel. Because you know the ripple currents that happened in my life when I changed my phone number to a Florida phone number before I was in Florida? People were like, what the fuck is this? I said, that's right. Because I sold, I liquidated, I secured the job transfer. And even before I got fully there, once I secured those two things, I changed my number. And you know what happened, guys? People looked at me like, oh my God. I said, yeah, that's right. I'm done, guys. My area code different. And I changed it one more time. Just a couple people I had to cut off one more time. But I want to tell you like this. If you're not that serious about changing your life, guys, just get a unicycle and just go around your living room in a circle. You're in a circus. And keep your same phone number too. Why? Because look, when people want to go to the circus, they want to know what number to call. Guys and girls, I hope these videos help you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.